Fick,
Aye.
Halwerda,
Aye.
Horniker,
Aye.
Madison.
Aye.
A developing story tonight, the University of Oregon is headed to the Big Ten Conference. In an emergency meeting scheduled this afternoon, the U of O Board of Trustees gathered virtually and unanimously accepted the Big Ten's invitation to join the conference. Sports reporter Ronald Clark joins us now in studio with more. What's going on?
Well, in what turned out to be a fairly chaotic emergency meeting with the chair of the board literally golfing during the meeting, technical issues delaying the live stream, they eventually heard from U of O President Carl Schultz and Athletic Director Rob Mullins about why joining the Big Ten is the right move for the school right now. The University of Oregon has been a charter member of the Pac-12 since 1915, when the conference was known as the Pacific Coast Conference. But after more than 100 years, the Ducks are creating a new chapter, joining the Big Ten Conference in 2024. We've been keeping up with this news all week. The U of O Board of Trustees scheduled that emergency meeting at 2:30 p.m. to discuss time-sensitive athletic conference issues. University of Oregon President Carl Schultz has plenty of experience in the Big Ten, having worked at the University of Wisconsin for the past decade. He called the Big Ten the finest athletic and academic conference in the country. About an hour ago, Schultz and Duck AD Mullins addressed the media after the move to the Big Ten was official.
We're very proud of the rich history and tradition of our student athletes' success and the support that's provided to those student athletes. And in this shifting time of college athletics, it's our jobs to make sure that we provide those opportunities to them. And this was that opportunity, and we're pleased to have it.
This is a fantastic opportunity for our athletic program, but it's also a great opportunity for the academic side of the institution. The collaborations will make the student experience better, the research enterprise better, and help make us a better university. That, along with the visibility that this deal provides, makes it, again, a remarkably beneficial opportunity.
Now, with the addition of Oregon and Washington, the Big Ten Conference will now have 18 teams when the 2024 academic year begins.
This is huge news. So how did this all come to be, and is Oregon really leaving?
Well, obviously, this has all been in the works for quite some time now. UCLA and USC, of course, made that move to the Big Ten, or moving in 2024. A key part, though, in all of this has been the money. Obviously,
right.
The Pac-12 entering that final year of the media rights deal has been unable to get any type of serious lucrative contract with any broadcast network. Last year, the Big Ten signed 7-year deals with CBS, Fox, and NBC worth $1.2 billion, while the Pac-12's best deal was from Apple TV, and it was only a streaming-only deal. So here's what President Schultz said regarding the financial impact that Oregon would be getting from the Big Ten deal.
We are being granted partial shares of the full share membership of the Big Ten during the first parts of this deal. The shares are more generous than what we think. These shares are more generous than what was available to the University of Oregon as our new media deal was being negotiated, and we will be full share members upon the new media negotiations for the Big Ten.
So what does this mean for Oregon State?
Yeah, that's part of this discussion. Obviously, OSU President Jay Murphy did release a statement just moments ago saying, she was honest. She said the future remains a bit unclear right now for the Beavers, but she did once again vow her commitment to the Pac-12 conference. But she said that they would pursue possible opportunities outside of the conference if those do arise, which we imagine at this point they will. And on the Oregon side of things, I know a lot of people are worried if Oregon will continue to play Oregon State in some of these sports. And Rob Mullins did say that they would do their best to still schedule Oregon State on there. So we will see Oregon State rivalry return in some fashion. And of course, Jonathan Smith wasn't scheduled to speak at Oregon State football availability today, but he did make himself available to talk about this move. So we'll hear about that a little bit later in 5:30 in the sports block.
Well, thank you so much for that, Ronald.
Of course.
Even the Oregon State Legislature has taken interest in the fate of the Pac-12. Representative Shelley Beauchart Davis is asking for a legislative panel to study the impacts of the U of O leaving the Pac-12. She pointed to the increased travel costs for teams traveling to Big Ten schools and the potential for a depleted Pac-12 to impact revenue at OSU. In a statement, Davis says in part, there are many unanswered questions about what these moves mean for Oregonians beyond just the ending of one of the nation's longest running rivalry football games. And one of our major universities is going to make a unilateral decision that could impact Oregon's budget. We should at least understand the full impacts.